Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline live in the BPTV studios. Thanks for watching us. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Smoking Jim is just here. Chip Hayner couldn't make it, had a problem with his truck, so he'll be back next week. First, I want to wish all of you happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe and healthy. I'm staying safe. I'm cooking a 7-pound turkey for me and my son Drew, and nobody else is invited over. Even Smoking Jim, I'll save a dark meat leg for him, but he can't come over. See you another day, buddy. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park, and all the way from Nemacolin to Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between. We appreciate all that. Our Facebook page is at a new high, 6916. So thank you for all those likes. I appreciate that. That's the highest we've been. We're going to try to hit 7,000. Maybe we'll have something for the 7,000th person. We'll have to think about it. Maybe I got an extra mask. I'll see that. Unless Smoking Jim buys another one. Instead of washing these washable masks, he pulled a fast one. He bought one off of me. Said, how's my mask look last week? And I said, it looks great. Did you clean it? He goes, machine, you remember I bought one. I said, let me have that one. I'll get the coffee stain out of it. Guess what I heard? Crickets. Ain't nothing there. And I'm honored to have Steve Fisher back from Point Park College. He's learning everything. Got internships coming and has all kind of important things there at school, and he's doing very well. I won't mention his grades, all A's, but he's doing great. So we appreciate that. Have him back. We have my KO alum, Nick, coming in, helping us out. And we have Anthony on whatever Smoking Jim says that he does. He does audio and video and set this whole thing up. He'll give a shout out to him and his hair for sure. But we got that stuff out of the way. I got some promos I got to put up. We'll see how Steve is on the camera. Let's see what he does with this, folks. Perfect, Steve. Welcome back. You haven't missed a beat. Thanks to Olive Oil's Pizzeria. We normally got a pizza, but I come in here early. Smoking Jim comes before we start. And we're not allowed to eat in the studio during this COVID problem. We all got to be masked up while we're in here because of the larger COVID outbreak. In spite of what Smoking Jim believes, it's increasing by 40–50% every week. So we'll see what happens and just try to stay healthy out there. But they got great pizza there, Italian food. And we're not eating in here, but you can go there, 412-831-1900, Hillcrest Shopping Center. Tell him Al Levine sent you. He'll appreciate it. Next up, Bethel Park Historical Society, Schoolhouse Arts and History Center, 2600 South Park Road. You know where that red trolley is, right there. You can't miss it there when you see it. That's great. They've redone the whole windows, interior. They're doing an auditorium. I just took a tour the other day when we had our meeting of the Community Foundation. Just the stuff they've done is great. They have people that rent out the place there. They have events there. You have to stay tuned when their events are and when they can legally do it. So check it out. My favorite green tea place in Bethel Park, Reginald's Coffee. Their tea's great. I buy my loose leaf green tea there, and it's always nice. They're supposed to have people coming inside now, and you can always drink your tea or coffee in the car. Smoking Jim would like this. They got fresh roasted coffee from all over the world. Wow. They got Wi-Fi, so Smoking Jim can come in there and talk to all his sweeties all day long. We'll have to do it sometime soon, but check it out there. Next up, we end each show. We'll see what Steve, look at how quick he was. The Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation. Poor Joey died at 9 years old, just before his 10th birthday, 6 years ago, of a dreaded brain cancer called DIPG. They have no cure for it. It's a death sentence. You die within a year. It's just a terrible, dreaded disease. This family, they're my heroes, a great family. They started this Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation with events. They've raised over $100,000 and given it to the doctors to try to find a cure for cancer. So donate whatever you can there. It's a nonprofit, from $1, your time, anything to help this group out. So check it out. Next up, the Bethel Park Community Foundation has money for you, from $100 to $5,000. Look at how Steve did that, perfectly centered. He's on fire. They got money for you and your group doing great things in Bethel Park. Go to bpcf.org. I'm a trustee on the board there. We had a meeting last week. Last Thursday we had a great meeting, and that's our last meeting of the year, and we'll be back in January, at the end of January. Get an application. If you need some money, present it to us. We just helped the local Lions Club that has that Lions shelter and field in Bethel Park, doing great things for years there. They needed some money for repairs and things. We gave them money to help them out because they're helping a lot of you people in Bethel Park. Next up, Dave Cable likes to have a little fun at my expense. We'll see what Steve can do with this one. He did it. That's my face on Uncle Sam. Look at that. Tell them Uncle Al Levine, the talking machine, wants you for BPTV. Call 412-831-3304. Tell Dave Cable, the director, that Al Levine said, you need me. You can work camera like Steve. You can be an audio like Nick. You can be there with Anthony guiding the whole show. So you can learn all these great things. What's funny is Steve passed the torch to Anthony. Anthony's now passing the torch to Nick. So we'll see what Nick can do with this. I got faith in him because he's an alum of Go KO. We got another sponsor here. I'm going to test Steve's skills on this one. This is a little different. We'll see. I'm going to try to be steady on this. Oh my goodness, look what he did. Skeet Service Station 6103. Oh, my finger's in the way. Here. Other way. Look at that. Red, white, and blue station, about 6 miles from here. Anything and everything that runs on gas, Skeet Service Station and Skeets Lewandowski, they work on it. His sidekick, Denny, is the best. I swear by them all the time. Just had a great oil change, inspection. Smoking Jim's got an inspection there, and he ate from their buffet. I don't even want to know what he ate because I got to try to eat healthy. So we'll watch that. But check it out. Give them a call, 724-348-4715. They even work on electrical products like weed whackers, hedge trimmers, and other electronic devices, so they can work on that too for you. So get ready to go, and we're going to start this show with Smokin' Jim Frazier. What's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
fastball.
You got to see Levine.
Throw it back. I can catch.
Oh, that was my option quarterback days. But hey, Al Levine, the talking machine.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man.
What?
I had 40 cents off a gallon of gas at Get-Go, so I filled up my tank this morning.
Yeah.
And I almost ran out of gas. I went all over southwestern Pennsylvania. I was determined because it's been bothering me.
Yeah.
I have never seen a Chinese funeral home. Have you?
No.
And I tell you what, I even went on Baptist Road to see if I can find a bishop that maybe show me where a Chinese, it's bothering me. So if anybody out there watching.
Smoking Jim, one question.
Me.
Why would you think Baptist Road with a bishop could show you a Chinese Funeral home.
Because it's all under one religion. It's
No,
only
they're
one
all
God.
separate. They're
It's
all
only one
separate.
God.
They're all
I
separate.
know a little bit about Buddha.
They're like you. Whatever
You mean
angle,
the Baptists don't know Buddha?
whatever angle you're looking at, that's how each church is. They see their own church.
Two things I want to know. Where's a Chinese funeral home? If I got to go to Chinatown in California, I will. And I want to find a white guy with a last name Washington. I can't find. They all black. It's bothering me. But I need a favor from you, Al Levine, the talking machine.
What?
You are the best chef that I know. You're the food that you put out on Facebook. I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine, it was years before I figured out it was you that was cooking it.
Oh my goodness.
But do me a favor.
What?
Because we got a great fan base. Well, I got more Facebook fans than you. But
I let you have it. Hold it. Time out. I
got a lot.
Smoking Jim bragged about all his friends when we first met, and I said I'm getting more friends because I know thousands of people. I passed him up like he was going in reverse. He was going in reverse. He kept trying to like people, and they were my friends.
Yeah, I got a lot of your friends.
Matter of fact, we have 1,314 similar friends.
Thank you.
Now, I ended up being about 1,500 ahead of them, and I saw I was approaching 4,000. When I got to 4,500 friends, I slowed down because I was figuring out, because unlike a Gateway graduate, from KO, we know 1 + 1 = 2. So I figured I'd get to 500 before he caught me. I'd get to 5,000, I'd get 500, and I'd beat him to 5,000. Then I have to start another page. Well, I'm partial to my page. So I backed off. I only got 4,765. So I let this loudmouth go right on by. He's driving on by.
Well, I brought you 300 Instagram names that you can add to your Instagram.
Why?
Okay, I thought maybe you want to catch up with me on Instagram, no?
Let me explain something. I don't even know what you have on Instagram, but I like 404 other people on Instagram, but 910 like me. And guess how many photos I put up? My daughter said, "Hey, Dad, watch putting up a lot of photos, because like Smoking Jim, I'm on Instagram, and he puts them up all the time. And it's annoying. Other people see that, and it's annoying." So I go, I won't be annoying. I got 26 pictures, and 910 people like me. What do I need your 300? You can keep those 300. What do you even have? How many do you have? I don't know.
I follow a lot more than that follows me. I tell you that. There's some good-looking girls on Instagram in this Steve. But I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine, I need a favor.
Okay.
Please don't. For the purposes of the show, we're trying to get 7,000 likes. We're very close. Oh, where's my clicker? These microphones, Al Levine, the talking machine, they don't stay attached. Where's Chipper to help me out? All right, I think I'm reattached.
Here, I'll come over.
I think I'm reattached. Listen.
What do you need?
We want to get to 7,000
Yeah.
likes. You've been doing a great job, Al Levine, the talking machine.
Thank you.
Now, please don't, whatever you do, don't post no 6-pound turkey. Al Levine, little Cornish hen you got. Please don't do it, Al Levine. The talking machine. I think that turkey died before they could kill it. That's a sick turkey. I've never seen a 6-pound turkey. Have you?
I did now. I bought it at Aldi's. Right down the road here at Aldi's. You know, Aldi's is just a half a mile away.
Oh, man.
I got it there. Here's what I'll do, Smoking Jim.
Please
I'll
don't
take
do
a
it.
picture of that
Just
turkey.
send it to me.
I'll be this close to it.
Make it look big.
It'll look big like you do with those beautiful girls.
But I'll tell you what.
I'll help you out, buddy.
But if another favor I need.
Okay.
Because you may know.
You know what? It's Thanksgiving, so I'll help you.
I need a favor. And all you guys can pitch in on this because all my relatives are
Here,
black.
I'll give you $1.
Thanks. All my relatives
You need
are black.
$1?
So I need you, Rookie of the Year, Steve Fisher. I need Nick. I need Anthony. somebody please bring me just a sliver, a slice of pumpkin pie. None of my relatives refuse to make it or acknowledge pumpkin, and I've never had it. Can you, Al Levine, can you, with that dark meat leg, can you bring in a slice of pumpkin pie? Because I know you're going to have it on Thanksgiving, and I can taste it next week just to see what pumpkin pie tastes like.
I can't promise you that because I'm not a big sweet guy, but I might try it. We'll see.
Well, I tell you what, your relatives, when they lived on the hill, I know they could never get pumpkin pie. That's probably why they moved off of Pride Street.
No, that isn't. That wasn't it.
That was one of the reasons.
No, my grandparents owned the house and they passed away. And guess what? After the riots, they tore down the streets next to it so they could build more to Mercy Hospital. They took the family's property. How fair is that?
There's never been a riot in Monroeville, so I don't know what you're talking about. But
well, I'm just telling you about history.
I heard of riots.
Anybody out there besides Smoking Jim knows history. There were riots. You know, certain people died at that time, like Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, and, you know, stuff like that happened back in '68. So check your books. You were still in diapers then, so I understand that. But, yeah, we'll have to see about. Maybe I can just take you to Eaton Park and I'll get you a slice of pumpkin pie with a lot of white whipped cream on it because you like the white cream.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
All right, after the show, come to my house. We'll go to Eaton Park. I'll buy you a slice tonight. Let's do it.
But I tell you what, I said it last week and I'll say it again.
Go ahead.
I thought the Harlem Globetrotters had the easiest schedule in the world, except for I think the Steelers got them beat this year. I've never seen a team play so many rookie quarterbacks, inexperienced quarterbacks, first-year quarterbacks off the street. Now, Joe Burrows is hurt, so when they play Cincinnati, they're going to play a bum quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, the Baltimore Ravens, who lost like the last 4 out of 5 games almost.
Yeah.
Now,
well, wait, who caused them to lose? They ran for 265 yards against us, and we beat them and started their losing streak. And now, because they're like you, they don't believe in COVID. Their top 2 running backs, guess what? They have COVID.
They're a one-dimensional team.
So now they're not going to have 3/4 of their running game. So to me, I'll get into this later, but I look at the Steelers. They used to lose because they play down to the level. Now they don't even care about that. They don't care if the team stinks. A win's a win.
Not only that, like you said, LV, it all lines up in perfect timing. Now all of a sudden they play a team that got a great running game, and the league takes away their running backs.
Yeah.
They should cancel the game on Thursday.
Well, you told me here, since we got extra time, we'll discuss this a little. You told me about the NFL's doing the greatest thing with COVID and everything.
Yes, they are.
And the good thing is they're lying about it, so they've canceled a few games. Some games they let them play, like they're going to let them play on Thanksgiving, because think about this. They got 30 million reasons why they're going to play, even if half of the Ravens are sick with COVID. That's how many people watch the game.
Yeah.
And guess what? NBC already got paid millions of dollars for those rights. So that game's not getting canceled. And as far as the NFL, look at, they're getting sick with COVID. Whether it's anybody's fault or not, they could be in Cleveland or whatever town.
Cleveland.
You're so wrong on that because there's no science behind it. But anybody that doesn't want to believe in science, call Smoking Jim, a graduate of Gateway High. He'll tell you all the facts that you don't need to know. But this is what Chip and I had told people 4 months ago, that this would happen.
And you guys were wrong.
We were 110% right because people are getting sick and they have had to cancel a couple games. But the season's getting near the end.
Yeah.
How many open weeks do you have? So they'll extend playoffs because it's about the money. They may even add a couple more teams to it.
And people need to watch football because it's an essential sport.
Well, the only thing at Central is he likes to gamble, and I'm against all gambling. But if you are going to gamble, please bet against him. Whatever he publicly states. If he says bet the house, Bet the opposite on that puppy, because 5 out of 7 last year he was wrong on. So here's a known gambler that can't help himself. I pray for him. That's my friend. I'm trying to be kind. He made it easy. It's all about the money. And that's why he thinks it's the greatest sports ever, because they changed the game. He likes people to get their heads literally knocked off.
Yes.
But they don't do that anymore. It's illegal. So it's changed. But you want to keep throwing that money after these games, knock yourself out.
Well, after they beat the Ravens, because the Ravens is...
Okay, now you're on the bandwagon.
The Ravens, listen, they're going undefeated. I always said that.
There you go. First time on air.
They're playing after the Ravens, they play the Washington Generals or Washington football team, whatever they're called, the Globetrotters.
What about the Indianapolis Colts? What about the Buffalo Bills? I tell you, folks.
I'm scared of them.
Let me give you a little stat, because Smokin' Jim is truly an NFL scout, so he's aware of certain things, maybe not this fact. The Buffalo Bills have beat the most winning teams in the NFL.
4.
See, I told you he knows. Do you know who the second best team at beating winning teams is?
Well,
who is it?
Steelers with 3.
See, now how can you lie against facts like that?
And we all know.
And he's lying.
And we all know.
And he's lying.
The team they beat, Tennessee, lost 3 in a row after they played them. They were bums. And
they weren't bums before.
Baltimore lost 4 out of the last 5. They're bums. In Cleveland, you're giving Cleveland credit?
You do.
Well, let me just say this. Let me just say this, Al Levine, the talking machine.
He's coming into my wheelhouse.
Batter up. Love statistics. The Steelers' weak link is they cannot stop the pass. Name one team that has a top 20 passing attack in the National Football League they played.
None.
That's what I'm saying. They haven't played anybody that can hurt them.
Here, I'll give you a fault that bothers me on end, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Here's the one thing that bothers me. You have a great defense, they say. He's bringing up about passing. Here's what I bring up.
They got T.J. Watt.
Yeah, and on third down, they're the worst team on third down.
Yeah.
So what are you bragging about? I'll take the W's all day long.
Good point.
We won 10 games with the worst defense on third down. They can't get off the field.
In the 10 games, anybody would have been surprised if they'd lost one of them.
One of them? How about 4 of them?
Yeah, because the teams are tailor-made to get beat by them. I mean, last week they played a team that lost 8 games in a row.
Yeah.
Is that team going to beat them?
No.
With a rookie quarterback? But hey, Al, let me give credit.
Go
Credit is due. I'm going to give credit.
I can't believe
I
this.
got Big Ben, MVP, even though he probably won't win it, he should.
Hold it. Another disclaimer. Smokin' Jim, you know this because you love Big Ben. He's never gotten one vote for MVP ever. Because, as Smokin' Jim points out, they're prejudiced, and he knows about prejudice, against Big Ben.
Yeah.
He hasn't even got one word on being MVP this year.
Yeah.
When, think about it, we had the Duck, who Smokin' Jim said was the best he ever saw. He loved the Duck. I said the Duck will be gone. I don't see the Duck anywhere. I see Josh Dobbs sitting on Big Ben's lap. I don't see the Duck even in the stadium. What the heck's going on? He told me how great the Duck is. Last year we had 2, the record shows it, subpar quarterbacks. What did we average points? Maybe 17 a game or less? We had 2 quarterbacks that couldn't do anything. We had a defense that kept us in the games, being one of the top defenses in the league. And then all of a sudden we get a guy has surgery on 3 tendons, and he's throwing the heck out of the ball, but he's managing the game his way. He wants to throw 95% of the time, and we're doing it, yet we got people like this expert saying we should run the ball more. So they listened to him for last week. We got over 100 yards. And Big Ben, what did he throw, 45 passes again?
That's crazy.
Now, to me, I don't want to see all those passes. I want to see 30. I'll take a win with 30 passes and run 35 times.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I'll take, but guess what? I'm not going to complain. I'll take the W's all year. I'm enjoying this as one of the greatest distractions during these crazy times. How can we go wrong with this? Look what we're talking about. We're not talking about sick people. We're talking about sports. We enjoy that.
Well, the NFL,
And I pray for all the sick people.
NFL did us a favor with that schedule. But I want to
Go ahead.
continue to give credit. And again, while the Steelers are playing on Sunday, the Duck is shooting some 6-pound ducks to match your turkey. But
You know what? I heard they're 3-pound ducks.
but hey,
Because you don't know ducks.
I got to give credit. I got to give credit to Coach Mike Tomlin. He's my coach of the year. And
You heard it first.
And I want to be forgiven. I'm a year late. Last year in 2019, Coach Mike Tomlin, with the help of second-round draft pick Mason Rudolph, became the losingest black coach in NFL history with 74 losses. I'm sorry, I'm a year late in giving that. Hey, Al Levine, the talking machine, this is all I can say. Coach Tomlin cannot pick a quarterback to save his life. Look at Chuck Noll. Chuck Noll picked Terry Bradshaw, Hall of Famer. Joe Gilliam, Jefferson Street Joe, a great quarterback. Neil O'Donnell, the Super Bowl quarterback. Bill Cowher picked Big Ben / Cordell Stewart. The Chief, Mr. Rooney, back in the day, even drafted Johnny Unitas and Lynn Dawson. Now, he cut him because he didn't see the talent, but he ended up getting a Terry Hamrat, so that ain't bad. Who did Coach Tomlin ever draft? He drafted Mason Rudolph, Dobbs, and Landry Jones. Once Big Ben, who is Bill Cowher's draft pick, once he retires, Coach Mike Tomlin needs to retire with him because he's been riding Big Ben's coattail for 15 years. And that's what's on my mind. I want to give credit. Losing this black coach in the history of the NFL. His record will never be broken.
As a little opposite to this and a little side note, I'm one of the most positive guys you'll meet. Smoking Jim appears to be a nice, positive guy until he opens his mouth. Then he always looks for something negative. Like, I'm a Pirate fan. Guess we're going to lose 21 years in a row again. Steelers, look at this. No running game, no defense. Tomlin sucks. And he had to bring out how many losses. The leadingest black head coach in NFL history has 151 games won. And he said nobody will touch that. And we all know why. But that's another point. Smoking Jim, I'm glad we had this extracurricular discussion here. And we got a little more fiction and fact than I thought we'd get before it comes up. It'll be coming up. Wow, what's on my mind? I almost forgot. I'm watching a game with the quarterback GOAT of the NFL, Tom Brady. And I'm watching this game, and I see him throwing interceptions. I see him missing receivers. And I'm thinking, he's 43 years old. Is this it? And they put all their money on him. He got great wide receivers, 3 of them. He's hitting AB like they're best brothers there, and he's living with them and eating the same food, so it's all good. He's trying to hit him on every play. Then it comes down to the end of the game, and they get the ball back. Normally, I would say, give me the money on Brady. Here's what I thought. This ain't going to happen. And guess what? It didn't happen. He looked terrible. This could be the end of an era. I mean, I give the Buccaneers all the credit in the world. They got his best friend, tight end, all these receivers, good offensive line. And look at the Rams putting pressure on Brady. And we all know, not that he's a baby, but he hates to get hit. Mm-hmm. If he's untouched in the pocket, ain't nobody going to stop him. And look what happened after that game. So I watch other sports and teams, and I try to be honest about it. But it's looking a little weak for Tom Brady's future. I don't care the shape and what he eats. I try to eat healthy. But guess what? I'm 64 years old. I'm not 24 years old. I can't pretend that I'm 24 years old anymore. I may be able to talk as well or bust balls better than them, but I'm not 24 anymore. Mr. Brady's not 28 anymore. So I think we're seeing the slow decline, maybe quicker than we thought, of the end of the GOAT's career. It's happening right before our eyes. I witnessed it on Monday night. So that's what I have for you. We're going to come back with some fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac. I can't wait because he's fired up.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. I'm missing my man, Chip Hayner. I guess there's no Uber in Baldwin, no lifts, no jitneys. But hey, we miss you, Chip. I know if it was baseball season, you'd have made it. We got the Rookie of the Year back in the house. Steve Fisher, MVP. I tell you, the Pittsburgh Steelers need a fullback. Well, they'll go get my man Nick. K.O. Nick.
Oh, we got one, Derek Watt.
Huh?
We got a fullback.
Is that locker room going to allow 2 white fullbacks on the team? Okay.
No. Let me clear. If you didn't hear me the first time, no.
And I tell you what, the guy that got us looking good out here on the 1s and 2s and not a hair out of place, my main man,
Who?
Anthony.
Oh.
You saying Nick is taking Anthony's job now? Is that what you said?
It could be down the road because guess what? Anthony's doing something that you don't do. He's looking for a job because he just graduated.
I thought it was because he's from Keystone Oaks and you work a little nepotism.
No, nepotism's illegal.
My man fired because he didn't go to KO.
No, nepotism. I like Steve. Steve's my man.
We had a black guy in here for 1 week and y'all got him fired.
No way, I took him home.
Yeah, you took him to the Greyhound.
I took him home. Ian was.
They got him a Greyhound ticket one way out of town, brother.
We got extra time. Time out. I'll just share this with you. Ian Bell, you don't even remember his name. Ian Bell and I are friends. He ended up working security at Heinz Field when I went to a couple events. He went and bettered himself with a paying job. You know they're volunteers here like us.
I didn't know that.
I know. I try to explain these things to you, and I drove him home not one time, but a couple times, because he only lived less than 5 minutes away from here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like you used to take the Tiger home. He was begging me, and Smoking Jim goes, "I'll take you."
I miss the old Tiger. Can we get him back?
No. He's moved on. He's working at Office Depot in Bethel Park.
But nobody's going to be happy with this fiction and fact from Smoking Jim's Almanac. I tell you what, 40 years ago today, the greatest gateway team of all time got beat by an outstanding Bethel Park team at Couple Stadium in the semifinals of the playoffs. And I tell you what, that 80 gateway team was so loaded. Quarterback, Harvey Smith. The greatest player in Gateway history, a tailback, John Gay.
Wow.
Bob Bukowski, a former first-round draft pick of the Oakland Raiders, was on that team. And I tell you what, that was the week before they knocked off Bill Fralick in Penn Hills. That was the #1 team in the nation. They played them at Gateway at home because Gateway was the highest ranked team in the state. They didn't play a night game. First time ever Gateway played a day game. There were so many people. It was so packed. Penn Hills, Gateway, because you know Penn Hills ducked Gateway for years. Wouldn't put them on their schedule. And Bill Fralick, the greatest football player probably in the nation. Him, Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson, a couple of the guys you can mention. But Bill Fralick was as good as anybody ever put on pass. The late, great Bill Fralick. Gateway beat him at the end of the game with a hook and lateral.
No.
Harvey Smith throws to John Gay. John Gay catches it, pitches to Mefetrick. Patrick takes it all the way, man. And I never thought John Gay would give the football up. I said, ain't no way John Gay's going to pitch it. But he did. He pitched it, and the rest is history. Bethel Park came in. Who plays at Couple Stadium? Gateways used to play in the Pitt Stadium, Three Rivers Stadium, Heinz Field,
Right.
Yankee Stadium, the Alamo Dome. They're playing at Couple Stadium. It's so packed. There's people falling off the bridge because there's so many people up there, man. They didn't stop the game. They just kept it going. But Bethel Park with a great passing game. I remember quarterback. I think it was number 14, Morton. I was at the game.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I came out of the stands to maybe make a tackle along the sideline. We do anything. We couldn't stop that passing attack. In Bethel Park, upset Gateway. I never forget John Gay rips off his helmet, and John Gay's little brother, who was in 7th grade, Nate Gay, who was already 6'5", 300 pounds.
Wow.
He was the water boy, 7th or 8th grade. And I remember him going over to hug John. John Gay slamming his helmet. He's crying. It was his last game. Whoever thought Gateway would lose?
Nobody.
Anybody.
Wow.
Bethel Park beat them. And I tell you what, years later, Bethel Park beat another great Gateway team at Heinz Field. So congratulations to Bethel Park. I know they had 2 good teams.
Wow. I'm so thankful during this Thanksgiving week that you're giving some credit to Bethel Park here. We're honored to have you on BPTV with the Talking Machine tonight.
I was inspired because before I came here, I went to Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
To sit around and watch all the pretty girls work out. And I tell you what, there's some strong guys in Bethel Park. They was throwing that weight around pretty good. But I tell you what, now that the girls is wearing yoga pants, hey man, there should be a law against that, man. How can I work out with yoga pants? So I sit here, then I walk to the other end and wash the yoga pants down there. But I tell you what, man, the guys was really putting the weight up.
Were they?
And the girls look great in those yoga pants.
Well, that's good. That's good, buddy. You post a lot of those sweeties for Jimmy every day.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's not much to do in Pittsburgh, but one thing, Pittsburgh got some of the most beautiful women in the world, man.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Smoking Jim. Hey, I got a little side note. This is the Tony from Chick-fil-A. He said one of the greatest things. I shared it with him during the break, Tony. And Tony had the question, did you pay a lot of people to be your friends? And were they all white guys? Smoking Jim says yes. And mostly they're sweeties for Jimmy, and they're every color in the universe. And they're all beautiful. Some he's in the pictures with, and others, you know what he does? He steals their pictures and puts them up. Sometimes the other day, he put one sweetie up with 5 of her pictures. I couldn't believe it. Then he puts a few days in a row. I can't keep track of it all. That's why I don't need your help with 300 on Instagram. I'll get my own.
Pretty soon you're going to see our mutual friend London up there. I'm very impressed with her. Out of Johnstown. I'm working with her out of Johnstown.
Wow.
Hardest working young lady I ever met, and beautiful. And I tell you what, she got a great combination. Now,
Okay.
you know when it comes to football, you want a talented black guy that has all white friends.
Right.
He's going to the Hall of Fame. But when it comes to modeling, you want a black girl that's also half Blackfoot Indian. And that's what that's what London is. She got the high cheekbones. She's beautiful. She got the Indian work ethic, and she got the black boom boom. What a combination for modeling, huh?
Smoking Jim, all I can say is thanks for letting one more of your friends like me. So I have one new friend, London. I let her on board, so that took me up to 46.75.
Come to think of it, I never seen an Indian funeral home either. Let me go. Let me give her a call after the show and see where her people are buried.
Smoking Jim.
You ever eat Indian food?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little spicy and stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've eaten lots of. I've had Thai. I've had Thai food.
We had an Indian restaurant in Monroeville. I was on the board to close it down. We shut it down, turned it into a Planet Fitness. I said, no more of that. Hey, you go in there, sometimes you can't get served because they're praying. They pray 4 times a day. So if you go in there during prayer hours, they're like, I'll be an hour wait. I'm like, I'm the only one here. They're like, we're praying. I said, we're shutting this down, brother.
Smoking Jim.
You know it.
I got to disagree. I respect everybody.
They pray 4 times a day. How do I know when to go in and get something to eat?
In between prayers. Again, at Gateway, they don't teach you. 4 divided by 4 gives you each quarter you could get in.
Oh,
that's all.
You
could get in. Do the math. Wow. Thank you, Smoking Jim Frazier. I could barely follow that. Wow. I got to take a deep breath. After that last episode, I can't make heads or tails of it. Especially the Indian restaurant thing. I'm going to have to check that out. We'll have to see. I like Indian food. I've had it many times. Thank you. On location. Well, these are difficult times for On Location. Like I said, our last show had a great time at Zhang Taekwondo out in Wexford. They're still getting likes. There are about 700 likes on that YouTube show. Master Zhang's disappointed, so he wants to pump it up some more. So if you're listening and you haven't seen our On Location at Zhang Taekwondo, check it out. It's a great show. It's very entertaining. It starts out with a ring of fire. Master Zhang jumped through it. We had 5 competitors from North Carolina. Sad to say, they were so great. They beat our great champions up here at Zhang's. And Master Zhang broke 10 boards. Wow. Was a stack this thick. Wow. With one kick. And between you and me, as Smoking Jim always says, his foot still hurts him a month later.
Wow.
That's how hard it was, and rare that somebody could break 10 boards with one foot. So check it out. A lot of amazing performances. Young kids, 8th graders broke young lady broke a board above her head. Young man broke a board above his head. Just the action in there was nonstop. One of my best shows ever. We missed out on Smoking Jim. We had a substitute cameraman fill in for Steve, and he ended up being great. Here he worked behind the scenes with cameras. Dave Nash is his name. I become friends with him. You know how I am. I got a new friend, and he did excellent work on the camera. So things work out like that. We're looking for On Locations for the future. We'll see what happens. We have to wait for this COVID explosion to pass us up so we can get a little safer and get out there in front of people again. So we're looking forward to that. We'll just see what happens. And one thing I just wanted to go off the playoff. Since we have a little bit of time On Location, we'll talk a little NFL playoff bracket after week 11. And it looks like this. AFC, number 1, Smoking Jim, Steelers. KC, 9-1. Buffalo, 7-3. Indianapolis, 4-7-3. We play those 2 teams. That's where I'm worried, Smoking Jim.
What's the Indy's record?
7-3.
Not Buffalo, Indianapolis.
7-3.
They're 7-3.
I didn't stutter.
They got Phillip Rivers. He's tough.
I know. Guess who wanted him? Your hero.
Yeah, Bill Cowher.
He loves him.
Yeah.
And then we go to the number 5 team, Tennessee. Guess what their record is?
They got at least 3 losses.
7-3. Mm-hmm. Then we go to your favorite team besides the Steelers, Browns, 7-3.
They're 7-3 as well?
Yeah, they're in second place in our division. You were promoting them last year, and he was so terrible, he thought they'd go to the Super Bowl. they didn't even make half the wins you need to get to the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm the only one that said when we do the show with Championship Chase, I'm the only one on Championship Chase that rated Baker Mayfield ahead of Joe Burrows.
Wow.
He's a great young quarterback. And I don't think anybody's arguing now. Baker Mayfield's a heck of a leader.
I'm still disappointed in him. I don't see it. And then we got the Raiders, the 7th team. Their record 6-4. Nobody counted the Raiders in because they don't respect Gruden anymore. He got $100 million. They figure he's just in it for the money. Look at what he did with Derek Carr. All of a sudden, he's a good quarterback like they predicted. All those years, he looked like a bum. Now, look at the plays he's making. Look, he runs, gets a first down or two, and his arm's unbelievable. So he's doing well.
Another team that probably can beat the Steelers.
I wouldn't bet on it. Tomlin cannot coach Gruden any day.
What?
Oh, yeah. With what he's doing this year, Coach of the Year, you said.
Yeah.
He got Gruden beat. Gruden's only in his 3rd year. He got a 10-year deal, so he's weak. He's like early in the game.
They would be undefeated if they had Antonio Brown.
No, he can't. Brown's good, but he got a 2-cent brain. Look at him yelling and screaming after a 5-yard catch.
He's excited.
5-yard catch, 6-yard catch, yelling, screaming at people, jumping up.
That gets the team fired up.
They're all walking away from him. I never saw anything. They just shun him. It's unbelievable. What's he think? All right, NFC, Saints, 8-2. L.A., 7-3. Goff looks like a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit there. How about their defense with that Penn Hills kid, Aaron Donald?
He's unbelievable. Hard work.
What a beast.
Yeah.
And he didn't even have a good game.
Wow.
Look at that. Then you got Green Bay. Look at them losing the other day. I thought they should have won.
What's their record?
7-3, like the Brownies.
Where'd you get that sheet?
I can't tell you that Anthony makes this special.
Okay, I got to check that. Some of the.
I'm going to give you this when we're done.
Some of the records is unofficial, I think.
Here, Smoking Jim, I'm going to give you, I got some records here. Anthony, I've been saving all this.
Give me that carrot page, brother.
I got all these.
Making up records on some of them, man. Ain't no way the Indy Colts only got 3 losses. Ain't no way.
I'll give you this record right here, baby.
Is this for me?
You keep that, and then I'll go through this. Green Bay 7-3. The Eagles, this is what I looked at last week. Their record is 3-6-1. They're the 4th team because Anthony corrected me, and Nick told me that they're champions of their league. Even though they're 3-6-1, they may have the worst
Dallas
record.
wins on Thanksgiving, I think they go to first place.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the Cardinals, or no, you got. I don't even care about this NFC. Forget about it. I'm worried about the AFC. The top team, the Saints. I'm for that. Look at Drew Brees, fractured ribs, deflated lung, and he's going to come back. I heard next week. He may be playing.
Crazy.
Here's this record. You take that, buddy. You got everything you need there, my friend.
This is good stuff here.
All right, we're going to come back, and we're going to end the show with some Steeler talk with the NFL and Steeler scout, Smoking Jim Frazier. Don't change that dial. We got Steeler talks. We got to talk seriously with Smoking Jim Frazier. We got 6 minutes and 50 seconds. We can cover these Steelers. He jumped on the bandwagon, said they could go undefeated now. He said Tomlin could be Coach of the Year, and he has a trifecta saying Big Ben, which I don't think will ever happen, will be MVP. Unbelievable. I covered everything he said, and we're doing it. We're winning by smoke and mirrors. And Coach Tomlin said the other day, we may not look perfect, but our record is perfect. He's a wordsmith, Smoking Jim. You know he can out-talk even the talking machine. I don't even understand what he's doing. He's so arrogant to the press. Doesn't give him a straight answer ever. Doesn't tell him the truth ever. and he's doing well. I give him credit for being a winning coach, whether he got a Cowher player or whatever. I don't care, because Cowher hasn't been around for how many years. Big Ben's still here, so
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. What do you think about this game with the Ravens here?
Well, again, you and I play baseball. And
No. There's no record of anybody seeing you play baseball. I played baseball for years. Years.
I'm going to use a baseball term.
Okay.
The Ravens come in the Steelers' wheelhouse.
Okay.
I mean, this is a team that struggles with the forward pass. The Steelers are weak with stopping the pass.
Yeah.
They haven't played yet a team that's ranked in the top 20 in passing.
Yeah.
So all the teams that they played either teams that couldn't pass or teams that had rookies that didn't even know how to find their way into the huddle.
Right.
And so now you got a Ravens team that, quote unquote, got the COVID, but it just so happens their two best running backs
Yeah.
won't be able to play on Thursday. A team that ran for almost 300 yards against the Steelers the first time they played.
265, my friend.
So now it's the Pittsburgh Steelers at home, Thanksgiving night.
Yes.
They're playing a team that basically lost 4 out of the last 5.
Yes.
And they're coming into Heinz Field. The Pittsburgh Steelers should win easy.
You think so?
They should.
And then what do you say about Minkah Fitzpatrick, when he's on an all-pro level? He didn't play the first few games, according to you, and he came on, but look what he's done. He'll be an all-pro this year. I don't see how he misses.
He was invisible the first 6 weeks.
Okay.
I never questioned his talent. He's
Okay.
6'1", 210 pounds. He can jump out of the gym. He runs like a gazelle.
Yeah.
I thought he was struggling with an illness.
Yeah.
Brian Piccolo, his last year, he came in 15 pounds lighter and 2 steps slower.
Yeah.
They found out he had cancer. Maybe Mika had a COVID that went under the radar.
No, he showed no symptoms.
Yeah, but sometimes COVID is here. Some guys are here, but they don't show up.
Well,
but they're still got
they're
it.
asymptomatic. They could have it, but it doesn't really
That's
affect
what he was,
them.
asymptomatic.
Yeah, but I know you got to look that word up. Asymptomatic means they have no symptoms and they're not really feeling bad. So
Well, he was playing bad. So
your
he was
theory doesn't hold any water. Here's your theory. Look at it. I can't hold water. It's running right through.
But he's playing great now.
Okay,
And
good.
happy
I'm glad
about
you're
that.
on the Minkah bandwagon.
Yeah, we need that.
No,
We
that's
need that
good.
from him. Yeah.
No, I'm glad to hear it. What about our receivers? Look great this year.
They always did.
No, they
always
didn't.
did.
No, they didn't.
I'm just saying.
Last year they didn't look good.
Well,
They couldn't get a pass to them.
That's a good point. But for the most part, ever since 95 or
Okay.
so, the Steelers always had a great group of receivers, from Yancey Thigpen to Ernie Mills to,
Yeah.
Hines Ward to Plex. They got a great group of receivers. The tight end is really impressing me.
Ebron.
I can do without this little silly dancing that he does, but he gets that from Juju.
Well, you like what AB does. You got to like what Ebron does.
AB, everybody likes
jumping
what
around.
AB does.
No, they don't.
That's the whole league imitates first down. You can get excited about a first down.
5-yard catch.
First down.
Give me a
That gets
50-yard.
everybody going.
No. I'm against it. Get out of here.
But, hey,
No, but all the receivers look good.
yeah, Vance McDonald's coming back this week.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll be healthy enough now
Yes,
and
we
not
got-
get anybody else sick.
We got Derek Watt in there throwing some nice blocks.
Yeah.
Hopefully the running game can pick up a little bit, but I don't think that the Steelers, like I said, I don't think the Steelers will ever have a great running game, because you need a great offensive line coach. You need a Russ Grimm or a Mike Munchak. They don't have it. Proof in the pudding was when when Dallas ran the Chicago Bear 46 defense that they just implemented
Yeah.
in 1 week.
Right.
And you can run on a 46 defense. The reason you couldn't run on a 46 defense was personnel.
You got to block.
Chicago had it.
You got to block.
Philadelphia Eagles had it. But when Buddy Ryan went to Arizona, everybody ran on that 46 defense. Dallas didn't have the personnel, and a young offensive line coach didn't know how to make adjustments at halftime to beat that 46 defense. And so that's a problem.
Well, what do you? Oh, we're almost out of time. We got a few seconds here. Well, I think the offense isn't going to change because Figner is Big Ben's buddy. So he goes, Ben, what do you want to do? 95% passing? We're going to see it. So if we get 100 yards rushing, that'll be about all we'll get. You know, if 5 guys do it, hey, we're in good shape. If James Conner got to sit and stay healthy on the bench, I'll take that and see as far as we can go. I mean, it's just part of it. Well, we all want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks you for watching Pittsburgh Sportsline and being fans of our show. Smoking Jim want to wish you the best of health. Eat plenty of turkey. Eat whatever, the dark meat, white meat, whatever you want. I'm still cooking my 7-pound turkey, and I'll post it up to show that I did cook it, unlike Smoking Jim. Please stay Joey strong.